Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ORION NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some Tuesday night baseball. Kansas City Royals versus the Seattle Mariners. Game number 2 in the set. Let's cue the music, take a look at the thumb. First pitch is going to be here in about 10 minutes, and let's get into the starting lineups. Let's get it, baby. And on the thumb, on the left, we got Bobby Witt Jr. and Julio Rodriguez. Let's get it, baby. And let's start it off first with the visiting Kansas City Royals. Leading off for the Kansas City Royals, playing third base, Michael Garcia. Batting second, playing shortstop for Kansas City, Bobby Witt Jr. Batting third, playing first base, Vinny Pasquantino. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, catching for the Royals, Salvador Perez. Batting fifth, playing second base, Michael Massey. Batting sixth, DHing for Kansas City, Nelson Velasquez. Batting seventh and playing left field, MJ Melendez. Batting eighth, playing right field tonight, Hunter Renfroe. And batting ninth, playing center field, Garrett Hampson. And on the mound for the Royals with a 2-4 record, an ERA of 5.15, Michael Wacha. All right, Michael, I see you. And let's get into the starting lineup for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Seattle Mariners, playing second base tonight, Josh Hollywood Rojas. Let's go, Hollywood. Try us up, baby. Batting second, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. We need you, J-Rod. We need another home run. Batting third, playing first base, Ty France. And there was a few late scratches in the lineup. No Jorge Polanco and no Mitch Garver. So those guys, weren't likely to play. At least we knew Polanco was going to be out yesterday. Had a little bit of a hammy. And then Garver got scratched about 20 minutes ago. So we'll find out if it's a serious injury, a minor injury, or just a day off. Batting cleanup and batting fourth. Catching tonight for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting fifth, having a career day last night, playing right field tonight, Luke Raley. Attaboy, Luke. Even though he broke the trident yesterday, we got another one. No problem. Batting sixth, DHing tonight, Mitch Haniga. Batting seventh, playing shortstop for the Mariners, Demo Dylan Moore. Batting eighth and playing third base, Luis Urias. And batting ninth, playing left field tonight for the Mariners, Sam Haggerty. And on the mound for the Mariners, our number one pitcher, our ace, Walter, a.k.a. Logan Gilbert. 3-1 record with an ERA of 2.94. He's going to be in the running for the Cy Young for the American League, top 5 pitcher in the American League right now. Let's get it, Logan. And you had your worst start, against the Minnesota Twins. Just a few days ago, we ended up giving up 5 runs in the first inning, got absolutely obliterated. We ended up losing that game 11-1. Logan is fired up. He's ready to make up for that bad performance, and we're going to need him here tonight. Career against the Royals, he's got 5 starts, a 2-0 record, ERA of 5.27, which isn't the greatest, and the opponent average is 264. So I'm hoping that we can keep the runs, 3 runs or less. If we can give that up, just 2 or 3 to the Royals, and we can stick to our 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, we will be absolutely fine, baby. Let's get it. And like I always talk about on every single show, make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health. Addiction, depression, anxiety are things that a lot of us are going through on the daily or have gone through those things in the past. So if you feel you're like life is slipping a little bit and you're going into the darkness, make sure you're making the right adjustments to create a positive routine in your life. Exercise, listen to music, keep in touch with friends, make sure you're hanging out with your pets and your animals. Doing those little things and then making those minor adjustments can help you win the day. Let's go, Mariners. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Let's get it. What's good, brother? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. And let them know. And if you haven't liked the stream yet, please do. On every stream, we'll go for 20 likes or more. Somewhere in between 20 and 30 is ideal, depending on how many people we have in the room. And then we always try to shoot for the stars and shoot for 100 on every stream. And if we get anything above that, obviously that is gravy. Let's go. Congratulations on that. Good to hear. Daniel in the building. What's good, brother? A lot of that's on Twitter/X, but we'll find out tomorrow for sure if it's just rumor or if there's a little bit of truth to that. Let's go, baby. And I appreciate Matt and Megan helping out on the Twitter/X already with the stream. I appreciate that. Smash the like button as soon as you can, so that way we can get to 10 as soon as possible. And then we can obviously try to get that last 10, usually about halfway through the stream, unless we get a big, stream of people coming through. So if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. And again, we have about half of the people watching right now, watching on YouTube, and the other half watching on Twitter/X. And we're getting close to 20. And then once we end up getting into the game, we should be sitting around that 30 to 50 people range, depending on how the game goes. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Let's go, baby. There you go. Nice little sleeper pick for you guys. I hope that one pans out for you tremendously. Let's go, baby. Game number 2 in the set. And then tomorrow they have a rubber match that'll be on at 1 o'clock Pacific. So obviously that's going to be a little bit earlier. And anytime we end up having an earlier matchup, sometimes it gets a little challenging, with the likes and the subs and the views and the shares and the donos when you do a stream at 10 a.m. or 11 or 12 or 1. But again, you got to grind, right? So we're going to end up doing that tomorrow. And then on Thursday, more than likely, we'll do an NHL playoff game. Friday, we start a set with the Orioles. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then also on Saturday morning, we got a WWE pay-per-view at 10 a.m. And then the Mariners and Orioles play at 1. I also was trying to, spend some time with my buddy Justin to go downtown and, do a little video games and maybe some pizza or burgers. So I'll have to decide on what we end up doing on Saturday if we take the day off, or if I end up doing the WWE stream only and skipping on the Mariner game. I haven't really decided what I want to do yet, because if I end up doing the wrestling stream on Saturday, I think it's going to bleed over or carry over into the Mariner game, because usually the WWE streams are roughly 3 hours. And if it starts around 10, it'll probably go to 105, 110. And then the Mariner game, I believe, is going to be starting at 110 on that particular day on Saturday against the Orioles in Baltimore on FS1, a global broadcast. So we'll figure it out. And then on Sunday, I think the Mariners play super early, like at 10:30. So I'm going to have to make a decision on what I want to do over the weekend, but more than likely we'll grind. And if I have to push out my arcade experience and going downtown for another week, we may end up doing that. Especially things have been super light on the dono side in the last week and a half. So, if that means that I have to sacrifice hanging out with my friend to be able to try to pay bills, then, that's what we're probably going to have to do. It's been a little underwhelming, but I have faith things will get better as we move forward into this middle part of May. A little bit behind the 8 ball, but I got to stay positive, and we're about to get started here with the first pitch. Let's go, baby. And again, on the mound for the Mariners, 3-1 record with an ERA of 2.94, Logan Gilbert. And first up for the Kansas City Royals, third baseman Michael Garcia. First pitch, right down the middle, fouled off Cal's chest, goes towards first base. Foul, 0-1 count. And the individual that ended up catching both of those foul balls in back-to-back pitches from Josh Hollywood Rojas, his name was Josh as well. Plenty of interviews for him last night as well as this afternoon, and they actually had him throw out the first 2 pitches from the baseball that obviously he got, and then Rojas was kind enough to not only do an interview with them, he ended up signing both of those baseballs as well. So what a great experience for that Mariner fan on catching back-to-back foul balls on back-to-back pitches. It's like 1 in 10 billion odds on doing something like that. Congratulations to Josh. Top of the first, 0-0, 1-2 count. Michael Garcia in the box, Logan Gilbert on the mound. Let's go, Logan. Got him. First K for Logan Gilbert. Let's go for 10. Let's get it, baby. Mariner Moose already out on the first batter. I love it. Let's go, baby. Show that emotion. 1 away. Nice job. Next up for the Kansas City Royals, shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. Jason in the building. What's good? First pitch right down the middle, chop foul by Bobby Witt Jr. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Matt, Megan, Jason, and everyone else. Love you guys and appreciate you. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. And we're trying to go for win number 3. Last game in the set versus Oakland and game 1 yesterday against the Royals. Go, Logan. Pitch is outside, 1-1 count. Bobby Witt Jr., 1 for 4 this series. And we're going to try to keep him at bay because when Bobby Witt Jr. and Salvador Perez go off, that's when they end up raking and putting in massive runs. So we got to hold them to a minimum. Bobby Witt Jr. chops that one foul. Count goes to 1-2. Holly in the building. How are you? I've missed you. Long time no see and long time no talk. I hope that everything is going well for you mentally, physically. Again, I've definitely started to be able to spend a lot more time outside. And since the last time that we talked or you saw me, at that time, I think I weighed like 270. I'm all the way down now to 185, 190. So I've definitely been putting a lot more exercise and work with Paisley. And great to be able to see you in the room, even if you're only stopping by. I know a lot of people have asked where you've been, where you're at, and I know everyone is just wishing good thoughts for you. And like I said, a lot of us have gone through a lot of the ups and the downs in the last couple years, but I hope that you're on an up, and I hope things are going great for you. And I'm really happy to see you in the room. It's awesome to be able to, have someone hop in, even if it's just for a minute. I don't know about your schedule and what's going on. Another K there by Logan Gilbert, but fantastic to be able to see you in the room. And I hope everything is just going great in your life. Top of the first, 2 outs, another K by Logan Gilbert. Holly in the building. That's a great day when you can get someone in the building you haven't seen in quite a bit. We appreciate you and love you very much. There we go, Logan. I like that. K number 2 for Logan Gilbert against the Kansas City Royals. Let's keep it up, baby. Next up for the Kansas City Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. Let's go, baby. Top of the first, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. Gonna pull this to the side here real quick. 2 away. 0-1 pitch. The Pasquantino, big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Anything new going on in your life? Any new collectibles? Any new stories? You know, Kansas City Chief-wise? Anything new that you would like to possibly share? Big K, 3 in a row for Logan Gilbert. Thank you so much. And like I said, it took a lot of discipline, and I cut out fast food. I cut out drinking, so no beer, no booze. You know, I'm eating 2 meals a day instead of 3. I'm exercising about an hour and a half, 7 days a week with Paisley. So it was tough. I had to cut out a lot of people in my life, no partying, and I've pretty much just been focusing on the channel and Paisley, and that's pretty much it. PJ in the building, what's good? Yeah, we're glad to see you. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, great start for Logan Gilbert. 3 batters, 3 Ks. He's pacing for 12 Ks in this matchup. Not sure if he'll get there, but so far, so good. Mariner Moose coming out and dancing and romancing already. Let's go and see who is up for the Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners in the bottom of the first, second baseman tonight, Josh Hollywood Rojas. Batting second, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Tridents up, baby. And batting third, first baseman, Ty France. Go, baby. And like we mentioned on the stream multiple times, make sure you're taking care of your mental health the best way you know how. And for me, it's having discipline, right, and holding yourself accountable. Those are 2 of the hardest things to do in life. There's plenty of things that people would rather do than go out and go for an hour run or walk. And sometimes just the thought of doing something like that is a turnoff. But if you can dig deep, and stay consistent in your life, you can be like me and, you can end up losing weight. I mean, this is the lowest weight I've been at probably since high school. And I just had a birthday a few days ago. This is what 42 looks like. I might not be the healthiest person on planet Earth, but I'll tell you what, compared to what I was, even a year ago, year and a half ago, being 260, 270, and then now bringing it down to about 185, 190, it's like almost a dream come true. This is the best that I've felt physically and mentally in a long, long time. Bottom of the first, 0-1 count to Josh Hollywood Rojas. Let's go, baby. Go, Hollywood. We need you, baby. 0-1 pitch from Waka. Pitch is high, 1-1 count. I always like it when we get surprises. I was definitely not expecting to see you today. I knew that I was going to be able to see you at some point. We built something pretty special here, and I know there's other channels that are out there. I mean, YouTube is a humongous place with a lot of great people and a lot of great channels. So it's kind of tough for people to manage their time and to be loyal to certain channels all the time. So I totally get that. But it's a pleasure to have you in the room, and thank you so much for your generosity. You've always been one of the kindest people I've ever had the chance, not necessarily meet face to face, maybe one day, but obviously, there's not a lot of people built like you, and I really do appreciate everything that you've done for me and for the people on the channel. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack, bang, bang, $10 holla. Appreciate you. 90 to go to hit the goal. Let's go. And I guarantee all the people that aren't here right now, depending on what your schedule is like and how often you're able to come back and stop by, they definitely will be jealous that they missed you. That's for sure, unless they end up showing up here later on in the stream. So I'm hoping that we can get some of those people to hop in and say hello to you, because I know a lot of people think about you, and I know a lot of people miss you. Bottom of the first, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. Chop foul by Julio Rodriguez, 1-2 count. Go, Julio. And it's a good string to come in, since you're a Kansas City Chief fan and you used to go to Royals games with your dad when you were young. So throw to first, 2 away. So I'm not really sure if that was the main reason, since the Royals are playing the Mariners right now, but hey, it doesn't hurt. And the Royals are actually pretty good this year. Like I said, they might be, I think, in 3rd place in the division, but they're really young like Seattle. And same thing like the Baltimore Orioles. But just because the team, might have been at the bottom for years and years and years, their trajectory is starting to go up. And that's good to see, because obviously Chief fans are looking for something else to watch, obviously, during the offseason. Popped up by Ty France. 3 up and 3 down for Seattle. Any kind of photos that you specifically want to see? Let me know what you want to see, and I got you. Yeah, there you go. It must have been the sign, through the ESP, through the grapevine. Appreciate you. And, I'm pretty much working every day. I don't really take a whole lot of days off, and, just trying to, grind out my own little niche, doing Kraken games for, Seattle hockey. And then obviously that season has ended for them. And then, transitioning to Mariners. And then obviously when we get into football, Oregon Ducks, all the NFL teams, including the Kansas City Chiefs. And then, just kind of doing that on a repeat. So anything that you want to do photo-wise, let me know. And it'll be a pleasure for me to bring something up for you. Have you been working on any of your artwork pieces? I know that you were starting to get a little bit of arthritis in your wrist and your hand and fingers. So that was kind of delaying some of the process. Also probably a little bit of the mental health. You have to be in the right mindset to be able to be creative. And if you're not in a proper mental mindset, sometimes you're going to push that to the side. So I don't know if you've been working on any artwork pieces in the last few months, but you're really, really good. And if you have anything that you've shared recently or that you've been working on, I would definitely love to see it. Even if it's just like a direct message, sending to me, through like Instagram or Twitter. I don't necessarily have to share it if you don't want me to, but I've always was wondering about you, if you, got back into that or not. Always something positive, something that you always were something, really, really good at. And then kind of, had other things that were in your life that you had to pursue. And, that's always something that you can always fall back on. And you're extremely talented at that. I'll get you some Royals photos here in the second. Top of the second, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. You got anybody specific that you want to see? I'll go through the starting lineup for you and kind of give you the breakdown. Salvador Perez here in the box. So right now for the Kansas City Royals, just a quick, breakdown. I mean, I'm following every team as pretty much as, they are my own. So this guy right here, Bobby Witt Jr., you've heard of him. Obviously, he's a superstar type of player, played third base his rookie year, came in the same year as Julio in 2022. Then they moved him to shortstop, stud. So this is like the best player on the team. And then second best player might be the OG Salvador Perez, who's in the box right now. And when you guys ended up going to back-to-back World Series, lost one and won one, this is the last original member, I believe, that's on the team right now that was on those teams years ago when Kansas City Royals were world champs. So I know it seems like, light years ago, but these are the two guys that you have to really keep an eye on. Bobby Witt Jr. and then Salvador Perez that's in the box right now. Top of the second, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. And as I speak of Salvador Perez and give him all the love and praise, what does he do? Gets a base hit right there for Holly. There you go. Nice little bloop single by Salvador Perez. It's like the sports gods. They hang on to every word I say. Something positive, and then boom, you get a hit immediately. Next up, second baseman, Michael Massey. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be baseball related. I could always throw up the old school stuff, like the Brett Saberhagen and the old school era stuff back in like the 70s, 80s, or 90s. I can always throw up cheap stuff for you if you want. Double play. Got him. There we go. Let's go. Next up for the Royals, DHing for them, Nelson Velasquez. Well, I'll throw up some cheap stuff for you as well. So, pitch is low and inside, 1-0 count. Yeah, I think because obviously some Chief fans aren't necessarily going to be diehard on the Royals side. Like I said, it just depends if you have a connection, and some people's connection is going to be a little bit stronger for their favorite things, which I totally understand. Chiefs definitely looking very, very good year in and year out, kind of taking over that role as the, new king in town. And as long as you have the trifecta of Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Andy Reid, they have to be the favorite every single year, not only on the AFC, but overall. And luckily for me, I'm not a hater, and I love watching the Chiefs play, and it's exciting. I know for other, fan bases, they probably are getting sick of Kansas City being so good every single year. But, when you end up having arguably the best quarterback, best tight end, best coach, and you got one of the best defensive players in Chris Jones, that definitely helps. And they've been able to bring in new pieces. They've been able to modify their game plan, which I've been really impressed. You can't win without Tyreek. They won without Tyreek. Oh, you can't win without Bieniemy and Juju. And they found a way to win that way as well. So there really isn't anything that Kansas City can't do. And very excited for the upcoming NFL season. Schedule release tomorrow. Top of the second, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. 3-2 pitch to Nelson Velasquez from Logan Gilbert. Drop foul. Count remains 3-2. That's awesome. How is the family? If you don't mind me asking, I hope the family is good. Hope your brother's good. Hope everyone is good in the family. Three-two pitch from Gilbert to Velasquez. Got him. Let's go, Logan. And the Royals are going against the Mariners' best pitcher. So this guy should be a Cy Young candidate. And hopefully he has a good game here today. Let's try to get some photos here for Holly. Appreciate you coming in. And not only coming in, but also showing some love. Nice job by Logan Gilbert here. Go through our processes. All right, let's see what we got going here. I still got stuff queued up for you from the past. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Andy. Hey, it might not be him eating a cheeseburger, but holding up a trophy is always good. See if I can squeeze one more in here before the commercial ends. Got to work fast, that's for sure. Well, my heart feels really good, like I said, anything that ends up happening a little bit unexpectedly, that's positive, which this is, it makes my heart feel good. It's really good to see you, even though I can't physically see you, but it's good to have you in the room. Bottom of the second, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. Next up for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And then after that, we'll see what Ty France ends up doing at some point in this lineup. But it's all about Cal. 2 for 4 this series. 3-0 count from Waka. Let's go, Cal. Bring that electricity, baby. Pitch is outside. Borderline strike. Right on the edge. 3-1 count. Oh, Cal. Back. Gone. But foul. Damn, that was close. Yeah, I can do that for you. Bottom of the second, 0-0. Kansas City Royals, Seattle Mariners. Waka 14 pitches in, 3-2 count to Cal Raleigh. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only thing that a little bit of an eyesore was the whole Rashee Rice situation. But again, with Kansas City, you could pretty much plug and play any running back or wide receiver in that system, and they're going to be successful as long as they don't drop the football, right? So I feel that even if Rice ends up getting suspended, for a few games, there is a reason why they ended up having an insurance plan, and drafting guys, that could either take his job or fill in for him while, he takes care of his legal issues and whatnot. But even with that being said, there's always going to be distractions with the Kansas City Chiefs. Some are going to be positive distractions. Others are going to be negative. Some are going to be positive, and people are going to try to make a spin on it in the media to make it more negative. But at the end of the day, they're a family, and it's very tough to be able to, poke jabs at an organization that has run so well. They'll get past it. So, I mean, if you can get past Jackson Mahomes and every other issue that they've had with other players in the past, I think they'll be just fine. Bottom of the second, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. Cal Raleigh in the box. Waka on the mound. 3-2 pitch from Waka. Big swing and a miss. Got him. First punch out by Waka. I see you, Michael. First K for Michael. 2-4 record with an ERA of 5.15. Next up for the Mariners in the bottom of the second, right fielder Luke Raley. Pitch is low in the dirt, 2-0 count. But I hope you get a chance to start drawing again. And again, like I said, if you're looking for someone new to draw, you could always, dive into maybe one of the new draft picks, maybe one of the new wide receivers. Plus, there's always, plenty of old school players that you could deep dive into as well. Bottom of the second, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. One away. Big swing and a miss from Luke Raley. 2-2 count. Yeah, Xavier Worthy got that speed. Big swing and a miss and struck him out. And again, he'll be able to put on some body weight, a little undersized, around that 165, 170. But, after a year of lifting weights with that organization, easily, he can get to, 175, 185, 190. After 2 or 3 years, he could probably even get close to 200. He'll be just fine. But again, if they're going to use him as a speedster, a guy that can blow the top off of the defense, also be a decoy, to keep things a little bit more honest for players lining up against Travis Kelce like linebackers. So I feel, and also someone that could fill in for Rashee Rice if he ends up being suspended for the first 4 to 8 games, depending on what they decide to do for him. Definitely excited to see what Xavier Worthy can do. I watched his career in college. solid player. So definitely a guy that could end up being a favorite target of Patrick Mahomes sooner than later, especially if Rice ends up missing like the first month or two. So bottom of the second, 0-0, 0-2 pitch, almost hits Haniger in the face. 1-2 count. One-two pitch from Waka. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 2-2 count. Come on, baby. Let's go, Haniger. Batting average is atrocious. 197. Come on now. Check swing. Count is full. 3-2 count. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. And shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well. Appreciate y'all. Haniger, there we go. Hell yeah, nice base knock. There we go. All right, we need 7 more people to smash the like button, and then we'll be at 20. But we're already at 13, so it's a good start. Next up for the Mariners, Demo Dylan Moore. First pitch to Demo, right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 count. Let's go, Demo. Versus Waka, career 0 for 5. So if he gets a hit here, it'll be his first in his career against Waka. Pop foul behind the catcher. Behind in the count 0-2. Come on, baby. Let's go, Demo. Pitch is outside. 1-2 count. Holly, how are the pets? How are the cats doing? What's the situation on all your furry friends? Your fur babies. Paisley is doing fantastic. I got her to lose a lot of weight. She's at the perfect weight right now. She's 2.5. She's gonna be 3 in a few months down the road in late summer. Just great when you can have a solid relationship with whatever fur baby you got. It definitely makes life a lot better. Pitch right in the zone and got him. Wow, Waka. Reflect in the building. What's good? Fur babies are doing well. Nice. All right, let me see if I can figure out. Let's go to some old school here. If I can find something like Brett Saberhagen or something from like the old school days, back in the day for me and Holly. Let's see, where are you, Brett? Oh, here we go. I gotta delete some of these other chief photos here at the bottom. Make a little bit more room. Make room for a little Brett. Oh, Brett Saberhagen. Top of the third, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. Going to squeeze in a couple photos here for Megan. If I can help improve some mental health today, I'm going to be here to do that. Let's see if I can squeeze in one more here before we get too far into this at-bat. Pitches outside, 1-1 count to MJ Melendez. Looks like you could star in some vampire movie in this photo. Let's go. Let's go, baby. 1-2 pitch. The MJ Melendez pitches high. 2-2 count. So far, Logan Gilbert is bringing the heat, baby. 2-2 pitch. Right down the middle. Got him, baby. Let's go. Nice job, Logan. Mariner Moose coming out. He's been on fire so far. So far, 2.1 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 5 Ks, pacing for 12. Let's go. Bring that electricity. Chop towards third base. Fair. Renfroe going for 2. Got him! Are you kidding me? What a throw! Sam Haggerty, Ham Swaggerty with the throw from the outfield. Thrown out at second. Hunter Renfroe, man. That was something. Great hit by Hunter Renfroe. And he's like, I'm going to easily be able to get 2. But Ham Swaggerty, he said, no, let me get you. Perfect throw. And let's see a replay if he actually did get him. Oh, it looks like he did get him right on the foot before he touched second base. What an out. 2 away. My goodness. Next up for the Royals, center fielder Garrett Hampson. Let's go, Hems. Pitches outside, 1-1 count. Storm Bum in the building. Go Mariners. What's good, brother? Go Hams. Yeah. Different spelling, though, from the Hunter Renfroe. This one is Renfroe, but not the wide receiver. No. Top of the third, 0-0 Royals and Mariners, 2 away. Logan Gilbert wheeling and dealing, 1-2 pitch to Hampson. Popped up, should be a routine play for France. I was going to say Logan Gilbert was about to attempt to catch it. Don't even need to worry about that as a pitcher. Let's go, baby. 3 up, 3 down. Let's go to the bottom of the third. See who's up next here for the Mariners. But I'm glad things are getting better, mentally. And obviously I had to get away from the ex-girlfriend that I was living with there. It was a very toxic situation and whatnot, and I had to eliminate a lot of people that I was hanging out with and whatnot. And I'm happy, I'm healthy. I don't want to say I'm lonely per se, because like I said, as long as I have Paisley and I can grind here, and we can talk about mental health, and and we can kind of go through our ups and downs here, have a little therapy session, so to speak, on the daily. It definitely helps, and we got a good group of people that encourage each other. And like I said, I just have to grind and grind and grind. If dreams were easy, everyone would do them. And so far so good. Like I said, I lost a lot of weight. I feel healthy. I feel happy. weather has been pretty good, here in the Pacific Northwest as well. And ultimately, as long as I have Paisley and, I got you guys, that's enough for me. There's a lot of people I know that want to hang out and want to party, but A, I know it's not something I should do. B, I don't have the extra money to be wasting money on that. So, anything that I end up getting goes to Bills or Paisley, and that's pretty much it. So sometimes you got to make those tough decisions in life and do, try to stay away from people, maybe not necessarily that are toxic, but just people that will drive you down the wrong path. Bottom of the third, 0-0, Royals and Mariners. Leading off for Seattle in the bottom of the third, Luis Urias. Not Urias. Popped up on the warning track. Ooh, one away. And I have to spell it, so that way I remember how to say it. Luis, L-U-I-S, space, the letter U, space, R-A-Y, space, S. So that way I know the specific pronunciation. Because obviously most of the people that have U-R-I-A-S, it's Urias for probably like 10 other baseball players in Major League Baseball. But he's like the one guy that you have to say it differently. Bottom of the third, 0-0. Hero from the last previous half inning, Ham Swaggerty. Let's go, Sam. Great defense from you in the outfield there, throwing out Hunter Renfroe at second. Keep it going. All right, no worries. What a great day. Anytime we can end up getting, a goat that really made big impressions, not only on me and Paisley and the channel, but a lot of y'all and a lot of people that aren't in the room right now. It's always a great day when you can reconnect with someone that you really enjoy, talking to and having around and having in the room. Big swing and a miss. Waka with another K. Changeup has been that nasty pitch for him. They go and sit down in the dugout pitch. Waka, waka, waka. I see you, Michael. 2-4 record with a 5.15 ERA, but so far, so good. No damage done to Waka. Next up, for the Mariners, Hollywood, Josh Rojas, today playing second base. And on the Tacoma Rainiers, they got an all-star studded lineup. They got J.P. Crawford playing tonight, right? They got Dominic Canzone playing tonight, Jonathan Clase playing tonight, and Emerson Hancock, who got sent down to AAA, is playing tonight as well. So if the Tacoma Rainiers can't win with those four guys, I don't know what to say, but hopefully all of them play well, and Tacoma ends up getting a win here at the end of the night. Bottom of the third, 0-0 Royals and Mariners, 3-0 pitch to Rojas. Right down the middle for a strike. Should be a good opportunity for a walk here because Rojas has good eyes. He's not greedy, when he ends up, getting into the box. Let's see. Pitch is high, great eyes, and he takes the walk. There we go. Nice job, Rojas. Something that maybe Julio can learn from a little bit. Next up, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 1. Let's make it 1 for 2. Let's get it, baby. Trident's up. Luke Raley ended up breaking the trident yesterday, but they got a new replacement in already. Little wild pitch there. Rojas scampers to second base safe. Julio, 253 average, 2 homers, and 13 ribbies so far in 2024. And Polanco ended up getting pulled in yesterday's game with a little bit of a hammy. Doesn't sound like it's too severe, though. And Mitch Garver was a late scratch about 20 minutes before game time. So I had to readjust my lineups, and good thing I was watching the pregame show. No word yet on Garv, but again, I imagine they'll have some kind of update on him maybe just wanting to give him a little bit of a rest. But it has day-to-day for Garb and Polanco in the injury report. And then Dominic Canzone and J.P. Crawford are only a few days away from rejoining the team, which is exciting. Pitches outside, 1-2 count to Julio. Let's go, J-Rod. One-two pitch. Julio pops it up. Should be a routine play for Kansas City. Oh, he dropped it. Wow, he tripped on the dirt there. I'll take that. Leaf in the building. What's good? Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. And hopefully we can get to 30 likes on the stream. What are we at now? We're at 14, so we need 6 more people to smash the like button. 5 more people to smash the like button, and we'll be at 20. And we got about half of the people watching on Twitter/X, and then the other 15 or so, 10 or 15 are watching on Twitter/X on that side. So appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Love you and appreciate you. And everything helps with the algorithm. So, we want to shoot for 20 to 30 on every stream if we have enough people to get to that number, which we normally do. Big swing and a miss for Julio. Waka says, get your bags and pack them to the dugout, buddy. Hopefully Julio will be able to find a little bit of rhythm later on in the game, though. And this one could end up being a little low scoring, but we'll see once the starting pitching goes out, what we're going to get. Let's go to the top of the 4th inning, and we'll see who is up here for the Kansas City Royals. And we're at 10, 90 to go. I know I got a bill due tomorrow, too, so I'm really hoping that we can get some good support today and tomorrow so we can take care of that. No, it is what it is, though. It's like the last thing that you want to do is, have like birthday money that you got as a gift and have to use that to pay a bill. But again, it's not like I've been taking a week off. I've been grinding every day. But again, you never really know what you're going to get day in and day out. Some days you're going to have a great dono number. Other days it's going to be challenging. So hopefully we can get the right people to come through today and tomorrow, and we can make that happen. Let's go to the top of the 4th. See if they updated everything here. Here we go. Looks like we're at the top of the order. Leading off for the Royals, 0 for 1 with a K, third baseman Michael Garcia. Batting second this inning, playing shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Stud, superstar. And batting third, playing first base for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. Go Mariners. Take a quick look at the stat lines here real quick for both pitchers. Michael Waka. Let's see what you're at. So 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, only 1 walk, and he's got 5 Ks. Pretty impressive for a guy that has a 2-4 record and a 5.15 ERA. You would think the Mariners would be able to dig into him at some point, but he's been great. And then for Logan Gilbert, let's take a quick peek. For Logan Gilbert, we got 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 5 Ks as well. So far, it is a pitching duel. In the box, 0 for 1, Michael Garcia. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Behind in the count, 0-2. Let's go, baby. Oh, 2 pitch from Gilbert. Pitch is low and into the dirt. 1-2 count. Usually 3. Waka. It's usually the trifecta. Flick of the switch in the building. What's good? I usually will play the music in the background just because unless I have the game on the HD 4K TV. So then people can hear it, through the audio. But if I'm watching it like on like a link, like on my computer through my iMac, you're not going to be able to hear the game audio. So usually I just have it on in the background just for something as just, with my commentary, so that way it's not as quiet and whatnot. Sometimes we'll have it off, but most of the time just to have it on, just to kind of keep the flow going. But then if I end up having something, on the TV itself, then usually the music will be off. And then that way that people might be able to hear, the commentary audio through the microphones. That's why the music is on in the background. It's for the fans. Top of the fourth, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. 1-0 pitch to Bobby Witt Jr. Chopped towards third, foul. We're at 10, 90 to go, baby. Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 1 with a K at his first at-bat. And his career definitely started to elevate when they moved him from third base to shortstop. 302 average, 5 homers in 2024. Line drive to Luis Urias. Another great defensive play by Urias. Nice job. Next up for the Kansas City Royals, 0 for 1 with a K, first baseman Vinny Pasquantino. Pitch is low into the dirt, 1-0 count. Let's go, baby. Go, Logan. Bring that heat, baby. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Should be a routine play for Urias. There we go. 3 up and 3 down. I like that. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Next up for the Mariners in the bottom of the fourth, 0 for 1, Ty France. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K. Big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a K, right fielder Luke Raley. Let's go, Luke. Nice to see guys that are, not necessarily everyday players like Luke Raley and Demo have career nights, in RBIs and just, quality games in the last few games for the Mariners. If we didn't have Demo get that 5 RBI game a couple nights ago, then we wouldn't have won. And if we didn't end up having that fabulous performance out of Luke Raley yesterday, we probably would have lost that game as well. So nice to be able to see the role players stepping up into their role and not stressing or not trying to, press. Just kind of let the game come to them. Maybe Julio should take a little advice from some of those guys. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the fourth. 0-0. Let's go, baby. Because he's got a big dumper. Why else would they call him Big Dumper? Let's go, baby. It's a great nickname. Switch hitter, catcher. Great at defense, great at offense. Top 10 catcher. Probably top 5 catcher now. When he first came in, it kind of felt like he could be a top 10 catcher. But now it's like, I don't think I would trade him for any catcher that's in the league right now, to be honest. Like, that's how much I like his upside and his potential. Reflect with a 3-er. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. I ended up watching a couple things on History Channel about the Zodiac Killer, as well as D.B. Cooper and a few other stories. Very interesting. It's always good when you can have histories, unsolved mysteries. And they usually have some good programming on there with Lawrence Fishburne hosting and whatnot. Bottom of the fourth, 0-0 Royals and Mariners. And it's kind of crazy to think, that those two mysteries are still not solved to this day. The Zodiac Killer, as well as D.B. Cooper. Pretty wild. Lots of speculation on who it might be, but they haven't really been able to pinpoint it just to one person. There's always been a few different names and a few different suspects, but nothing really set in stone. Bottom of the fourth, 0-0, Kansas City and Seattle. Waka, waka, waka on the mound. Ty France in the box. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and got him. Nice pitch by Waka. We're not haters here. We'll give him some love. I see you, Waka. I see you, Michael. Next up, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Cal. Back. Close to the warning track. 2 away. Cal has just been locked and loaded. Even when he doesn't hit a home run or if he gets out, it's almost to the wall. Like every single at bat. A lot of the other players need to, get on his workout regimen. Let's go. Even though that wasn't a home run, you can kind of feel like a big play will be happening with him later on in the game. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder, Luke Raley. Luke, back, God! Let's go, baby. Tridents up. Luke Raley. Back-to-back games. Let's go. 1-0 Mariners. And they said, don't give him the trident because we don't want him to break it. So now he's going to be extra cautious with it because the handle on the bottom of it broke yesterday, right? And then, another individual after him didn't get a really chance to celebrate. Kind of ironic that he's the one that gets the first home run out of the gates. Let's go. Luke. Way to bring that electricity. 1-0 Mariners. Next up, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. Now, if we could only get Haniger and Guard up to speed, everything would be great. But that's why we got guys like Demo as well as Luke Raley to kind of pick up the slack. Hell yeah. Let's go. Tridents up, baby. I'm telling you, it's those unexpected heroes. You can't always rely on Julio every game. Sometimes it's going to have to be somebody else. And I love being able to see some of the new guys or the young guys come in and start to finally produce. 1-for-1 with a single in the second by Haniger. Check swing. 3-1 count to Haniger. Let's go, baby. All right, we'll take that. A single and a walk for Haniger. That's a good sign. Next up for the Mariners, shortstop, 0-for-1 with a K, Demo, Dylan Moore. Let's go, Demo. Lauren in the building. What's good? Let's go, baby. And, John Smoltz and a lot of the others like on MLB Network and ESPN, they think, if we could just figure out the hitting, and this is not just a couple people, a lot of people, genuinely feel that the Mariners can make an ALCS, ALDS, and World Series sooner than later. It might not be this year, but within the next 3 to 5 years, a lot of these quote-unquote experts, they like what they see. And as a fan, if we can just find a way to get 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, yeah, I like our chances as well, because with our pitching staff, and then we start getting 5 to 10 runs almost every game, who is going to beat us? Let's be honest. There's not very many people that can match up to us player for player. And some of our players, even superstars, Julio Rodriguez, isn't even playing good at this moment. So we have a lot to look forward to, in the next 5 to 10 years, being Mariner fans. Big facts. 5 to 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. This is going to be the best 20-year stretch the Mariners have ever had in their existence. Going from 2022, and obviously getting Cal and Kirby and Julio, and then moving forward. It's going to be much better than those past seasons that we had when we had legends like Griffey and Edgar, and Randy Johnson and Ichiro. Instead of making the playoffs here and there, again, we're going to try to be able to do it consistently, and hopefully we can get a run where we make the playoffs 3 years in a row, maybe miss it by a year, and then do another 3 years in a row. But again, we just have to start back at the basics and, just start doing it each season 1 year at a time, not looking too far ahead. 2-2 pitch to Demo. Popped up, should be a routine out. Massey gets it. But the damage is done by our boy, Luke Raley. Let's go. Way to bring that electricity. Way to boost my mental health. Let's go. And make sure if you guys, are slipping with the mental health, with addiction, depression, anxiety, make those changes in your life. Make those minor adjustments, right? Just like coaches do at halftime when they're getting their ass kicked. You feel like your team isn't doing what they need to do. You feel like you're going down the wrong path. Change it up a little bit. Go exercise. Have a little bit of discipline in your life. Cut back on the fast food. Cut back on the drinking. Make your routine as positive as possible. And once you end up doing something positive for 3 weeks, like 21 days, it becomes a habit, and not a bad one, a good one. And the more positive habits you have on the daily, that's when you're going to end up winning the day. I'm a good example of that. Big facts. End of the 4th inning, 1-0 Mariners. I'm getting all kinds of Luke Skywalker memes and gifts for Luke Raley. Let's go, Luke. I am your Faja. Let's go. 1-0 Mariners. Great start. A little bit of a slow start, but again, it just, you got to be able to, just kind of take what they give you. And you're not going to be able to get 5 to 8 runs in any specific inning, especially if you're the Mariners. You're going to have to kind of grind it out and wait your turn. Nice job. Next up for the Kansas City Royals in the top of the 5th, 1-for-1 catcher Salvador Perez. And again, if we can maintain Salvador Perez and Bobby Witt Jr., we're going to win this game, and we might even be able to sweep them. Again, tomorrow will be a little bit more difficult. I believe we have Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow, and I assume since it's a rubber match, we're not going to have our best players playing. We might see like a Sebi Zavala in there. There might be some players in there that aren't everyday players. So, we'll see what kind of lineup we have for Brian Wu in the 5-hole, but hopefully it's good enough for us if we win this game that we can get the brooms out and we can get the sweep. Let's go, baby. Chop foul on 1 count. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. A little cactus stack. Bang, bang. $2 holla. Appreciate you. Double moose. Moose there. Moose in the corner. And another one. Let's go. Pitch is outside. 1-1 count. Let's go, baby. One pitch. Big swing and a miss for Salvador Perez. Even at this old age, he's still killing it. 327 average, 8 homers in 2024. Even though he's an older player, I would love to have a guy like that on the Mariners. He's very solid, and he's the last guy on the team that was a part of that championship squad when they went to back-to-back World Series, lost one and won one. I think he's the last original member that's on the team today. Career 268 hitter, 254 home runs, 845 RBIs, 1,460 hits in his career. So probably not a Hall of Fame player, but a damn good one. Solid catcher. But I don't want to give him too much love, right? Because the sports gods, they hang on to every word I say. So if I start talking really, good about him, then he'll go for like, a home run or something, or like a double or triple. So I'll give him the compliments, but we got to make sure we monitor how many compliments I give him, since the sports gods hang on every word. $15. Let's get to a hundo. 85 to go. Pitch is low in the dirt, and he walked him. That's unfortunate, but I guess that's better than giving up a single, double, triple, or home run. Salvador Perez to first. A very rare walk for Logan Gilbert. Not as rare as like a George Kirby. George Kirby doesn't walk anybody. You'll get some walks out of Logan Gilbert, but if we can keep those walks to a minimum, 3 or less, then we're going to be in business. Next up for Kansas City, second baseman Michael Massey. Pitch in the zone for a strike. 243 average, 3 home runs in 2024 for Massey. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Behind the count 0-2. And thank you for whoever that was. You just smashed the like button. You got us to 20. And we got 26 people watching. So we just need 10 more to get to 30, 5 more to get to 25. But we hit the initial first goal of 20. So thank you to all the people that have smashed the like button in the stream. And if you haven't done it yet, please do. If you're watching on the Twitter/X side, hop over to the YouTube side, smash that like button, comment in the chat if you'd like to stay. But if not, smash the like button and go back to Twitter/X if you just want to be a looky-loo and watch the stream over there. No worries. 1-2 pitch. Right to Massey. All right there. Double play, baby. Let's go. I like that. Massey with 2 double plays. I like that. Let's go, baby. Bad luck for Massey. Not like the Mariner fan who ended up getting baseballs in back-to-back pitches in the first inning from Josh Rojas. Ironically, his name was Josh as well. Not only did he get a couple interviews by the Mariners, he ended up throwing out the first pitch at today's game, which is very, very cool. But, I mean, when someone ends up doing something historical like that, you have to have the guy, That's something I'm a little bit jealous of. Like, I hope one day I get to do something like that, where I get to be at a game where I get back-to-back foul balls and I get to throw out the first pitch and get an autograph for 2. But not only was it the first pitch, it was first pitches. He actually, since he got 2 baseballs, they let him throw out the first pitch twice. How cool is that? That'll be a memory for that guy for the rest of his life. Not only getting both baseballs and being with his grandpa, and grandpa said, my eyes are bad, so if the ball comes, I'm going to duck. And that's exactly what he did. Then he dropped his phone, and he said, for the second one, kind of bobbled the second one. First one he got with his stomach and kind of cradled it. Caught that one, put it up. And then the second one, he kind of fumbled it, but it landed right in front of him. And then he ended up getting both baseballs. And Rojas autographed both of them. Awesome. Top of the 5th, 1-0 Seattle. 2 outs. 1-2 count to Nelson Velasquez. Velasquez 0 for 1 with a K, DHing for Kansas City. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Logan Gilbert, 4.2. No, we're at 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs. The big one. It shows still no walk, even though I believe he had a walk, but I don't know if it updated or if they counted it as a walk or not. Let me see. I'm going to refresh. Could have sworn they had that walk. Okay, they just updated it. So 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, a walk that we just saw, but they didn't record it until now. And he's got 6 Ks. And on the flip side with Waka, he's got 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and he's got 6 Ks. So 12 Ks combined. And this is going to be our Cy Young, hopefully winner at the end of 2024. But it all depends on how good the Mariners are. Like if the Mariners end up getting first place in the American League West and we end up getting 90 to 95 wins and we're in first place, they will be more likely to give him the award for Cy Young winner if the Mariners are in first place. Now, if the Mariners end up getting the wild card, you're probably going to end up getting it to one of the other pitchers there. I mean, there's going to be a lot of competition. Skubal, and there's a few others that are right there with Logan Gilbert. But again, Logan should be in top 5 voting for Cy Young American League pitchers all year. And then right now, I think as far as position-wise, he's going to be sitting right now currently around in that 3rd or 4th spot. So if we can get him a little bit higher, and as the wins come, the position will grow. Big facts. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the bottom of the 5th, 0 for 1, third baseman, Luis Urias. Not Urias, Urias. Let's go. Batting second, playing left field, Ham Swaggerty. And batting third, playing second base tonight, Hollywood Josh Rojas. Let's go. I mean, maybe Luis Castillo will find himself, in the second half of the season. Started off, kind of slow, 0 for 4, has been picking it up. But if we can get into Mariner mode, right, and everyone is wheeling and dealing, I mean, our pitching staff, when we're rolling, is better than anybody else's when they're on point. But again, they're not going to all be on point at the same time. But if they were to, and we could end up getting 5 runs, I don't even know who would be able to beat us, in all honesty. Luis Castillo, if he's getting 10 Ks, Kirby with 10, Gilbert with 10, Bryce Miller with 10. Hell, even Brian Wu in the 5-hole can get 10 Ks. And, even if he doesn't get 10, he's solid for 8 or 9. So, I mean, if we could just get all our guys wheeling and dealing and then we can hit on top of that, we are going to be a very hard team to beat, let alone this year, next year, and many, many years to come. And hopefully at some point we spend money. But if we don't, we got a lot of bright kids, that are in single A, high A, double A, triple A that could end up making some damage and doing some damage for us. Lazaro Montez, number 85. Cole Young, number 28. Harry Ford, number 29. And Colt Emerson, number 51. Those are the top 100. We got 4 of them. That's exciting, so it's like at some point we're going to see Montez, Ford, Emerson, right, and Young, and they might take some spots of some of these guys that we see on the regular, but if they play better, it could be really, really special. I've never seen so many good players, in single A, high A, double A, triple A, right, and not only that, but Jonathan Clase. We're not even talking about him. That's another one. So the future is very, very bright for the Seattle Mariners, and on top of that, we got a couple pitchers that are starting to heat up in the minor leagues also, that depending on what happens, that they might get called up this season or next season. So very exciting. Bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Seattle. Rojas, 340 average, 3 homers, 8 ribbies in 2024. The number 1 hitter on Seattle. Let's go, Hollywood. Pitch in the zone for a strike, 1-2 count. And then once the starting pitching, once they go out, I assume that, we're going to get more runs from both teams in these last 3 innings. Big swing and a miss, struck him out. Nice K for Waka. I'm impressed with Waka today. I mean, also, the Mariners have a problem hitting the damn baseball, but still, we have to give credit where credit's due. Even if the guy doesn't have a very good record, you have to look at his stuff. And is he wheeling and dealing? And, Waka, not a great record. He's 2-4. It's not like he's 4-2. His ERA is 5.15. But, I mean, going into today, it feels like he's 4-2 with an ERA of maybe 3. But so far, so good, for the Mariners. It's not great, but at least we have the 1-0 lead with Luke Raley's homer. Let's go. All right, let's see who's due up here in the top of the 6th for the Kansas City Royals. Due up for the Royals in the top of the 6th, 0 for 1 with a K, left fielder M.J. Melendez. Batting second, 1 for 1, right fielder, not the wide receiver, Hunter Renfroe. And batting third, 0 for 1, center fielder tonight, Garrett Hampson. Let's go, Mariners. And I'll be doing the game tomorrow. PJ in the building, what's good? I'll be doing the game tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific. So it'll be a little bit earlier, but we're going to do that. We'll do an NHL playoff game or an NBA playoff game on Thursday. And then obviously Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, we got the Orioles and the Mariners. Saturday, we got a WWE pay-per-view, King and Queen of the Ring, and Mariners versus Orioles. One starts at 10 a.m., the other starts at 1. And then the Mariners also play the Orioles at 10:30 on Sunday. So depending on if I hang out with my friend or if I push out our birthday celebration to go to the arcade and eat pizza and burgers the next weekend, I may do that. So we may be grinding this weekend. I might end up doing the WWE pay-per-view and the Mariner game. It might be a long day, or I'll end up watching the WWE pay-per-view and doing the Mariners and the Oriole game instead. But fuck, man, I don't like missing out on WWE pay-per-views. It's something I really look forward to on the channel once a month, and we've missed like the last 2 or 3 because they've been overseas. One was in Australia, one was in France, and I think this one is in like Saudi Arabia. So it's like I like the energy that the foreign fans bring, because they have more energy than U.S. fans. Even the Canadian fans are better than U.S. fans. But I just want to be able to have a fucking pay-per-view at 5 p.m., so that way it's like a better time for me, rather than having a pay-per-view on at 5 a.m. my time or 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. So, but it is what it is. But I'll definitely be watching. Yeah, nice to see him getting better, after starting off 0-4, for sure, 100%. 1-2 pitch is high, 2-2 count. I got to take that Minnesota Twin start for Logan Gilbert as an anomaly, just kind of a weird one that happened. But again, it was one of his worst starts, not only this season, but ever, where he gave up 5 runs in the first, and we already knew as Mariner fans the game was over, and we couldn't hit in that game either and lost 11-1. But I don't think you're going to see too many games like that, that often this season. It'll happen, but not often. At least that we hope. Melendez pops up, 1 away. Next up for the Royals, right fielder Hunter Renfroe. First pitch to Renfroe, in the zone for a strike. Yeah, a lot of catchers are getting hurt this year. They're getting closer, to the batter, and in return, the batter with their follow-through swing are, hitting players on the arm, the wrist, the finger, the thumb. Like even with the Cardinals catcher, he ended up, I think, breaking his arm or fracturing his wrist. So we got to be really careful with our catchers, and also we got to be careful with the follow-through swings from the hitters, because no hitter is purposely going to injure a catcher. Pitches outside, 2-2 count, but definitely something to keep an eye on, because you're seeing catchers definitely creep up a little bit closer, to the hitters, strategy wise. But again, we don't want our guys to end up getting hurt from a fucking follow through swing. Good defense there by Cal to push that ball into the dirt. Count is full, 3-2 count. Three-two pitch to Renfroe. Ooh, he crushed that. Oh, good defense by Haggerty. Way to move your feet, baby. Nice job, Sam. Next up for the Kansas City Royals, center fielder Garrett Hampson. Yeah, I mean, as far as the Mariners are concerned, I mean, if the Rangers and Astros lose, that's definitely going to be great for us. Astros are eventually going to catch up, and I would assume they'll be in third place, by summertime. Again, they'll get past the A's and the Angels at some point. You think the schedule will get a little bit easier for them, and maybe the hitting will continue to be pretty good, but then maybe the pitching will finally fall into place. And anytime the Rangers can lose, that's going to be a bonus for us, because that's going to be the team that we're going to have to fight with for years to come. Same thing goes with Houston. Might be an anomaly for them this year being shitty, but you would think, moving forward, that they'll still be, in the mix, those three teams, the Rangers, the Mariners, and the Astros every single year. And then maybe, once Oakland ends up moving to Vegas, maybe Oakland will be relevant again. They'll have fans that actually show up, pay for the ticket, and we'll see if that ownership in Vegas ends up spending money. That would be not only exciting for Major League Baseball, but exciting for the fan base there once they make that move in a few years. 0-2 pitch to Hampson. Pitch is low in the dirt. Good defense there by Cal again. 1-2 count. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. We need 2 more likes to get to 25. 7 more to get to 30. And 85 to go to hit the goal. We're at 15. And nice to be able to see Holly make an appearance. And like I said, a lot of times, people will end up, coming through, but sometimes you just don't know when. And hopefully we end up seeing a little bit more of Holly throughout the year. Definitely made my day. 2-2 pitch from Gilbert to Hampson. Damn, Hampson with a little chopper in between the shortstop and second baseman. Yeah, and a lot of amazing contributions, great conversation, every single time. And obviously a lot of dono support, to the channel. Like if it wasn't for her and Reflect and a few others a few years ago, and Chef and many, many, many others, Megan, Reflect obviously now as well. Like if you don't have like your key people supporting, there's no way that you're going to be able to do this job full time. You need to have people to be able to kind of bankroll the channel, and then hopefully get new people to, help out in that same cause as well. Top of the 6th, 1-0 Seattle. Runner at first, 2 outs. Little mound visit for Cal and Logan Gilbert. Let's see what Walter and Cal are talking about. Oh, good to hear. Yeah, I didn't know if this was just like a one-time thing and we would see you in football season, or if things are a little bit better for you mentally. But I know baseball isn't really your thing, and you're definitely more NFL oriented and whatnot. But again, it doesn't really matter what we do: basketball, baseball, football, hockey. I don't really do a whole lot of basketball or NASCAR anymore. It's pretty much NFL, college football during that season. And once that kind of transition and ends, then we do hockey for a little bit while we're waiting for baseball, then Mariners. And then obviously once, we get closer to the NFL, then we'll be doing a lot of NFL and a lot of college football. So, but that's good to hear that you'll be able to be in here more frequently, because I know a lot of people miss you, including myself. And even if you get to a point where, financially things are a little bit tight and you can't donate, still come through. Like I said, we appreciate Holly Winchell. Others might, try to, be about the Holly Hundo, and we appreciate your generosity, and what many people do based on what you've done for channels in the past. You definitely made a huge positive impact on more than just one channel, more than just mine, right? But we appreciate Holly Winchell. The Holly Hundo is, the AKA, the persona, but we really appreciate the woman who you are in the Holly Winchell, and I'm really happy that you're here. Top of the 6th, 1-0 Seattle. Runner at first, 2 outs. 1-1 count to Michael Garcia. Takes a pitch right down the middle, 1-2 count. One-two pitch. Pops up. Could be a routine play for Julio there. There we go. Got him. Good defense, Julio. Yeah, and I think also too, people don't realize, if the type of personality that certain people have, like it boosts, wherever those people are at. Sometimes people don't recognize that, some people might see like, the generous donos by certain people in the room, right? But sometimes it's about who the person is, and people are attracted to that type of person, the conversation, the vibe, the aura. And when you can have people like Holly, and Reflect and many, many others, in the room, it gives the channel a boost, whether the individual recognizes that or not. Like when you have people like Holly that are in the room, or like Reflect or Cyberpunk or Shep or whoever it may be, it definitely will be a positive thing for the channel, not only for the hosts like me, but for also the people that are in the room. Big facts. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 6. Let's see who's up here for Seattle. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a run here going, some insurance. Leading off for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with a K, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Right hands up, baby. Let's go. We need you. Batting second, playing first base, Ty France. And batting third, big dumper, catcher, Cal Raleigh. Let's go. We appreciate you. Yeah, never underestimate the, the kindness from your heart. Like some people out there, will take advantage. I think like if you're a genuinely good person, and like I said, there's a reason why that, we boot out the trolls and all the negative people. Yeah, am I missing out on hundreds and hundreds of subs because I end up, trying to keep the room peaceful? Yeah, but again, I would rather have less subs and more of a peaceful stream and environment than not giving a shit about, people's feelings and, just going for a selfish vibe and just, not booting anybody out like some channels do. And it's all about the likes and the views and the subs and the donos, and they don't really care, what kind of negativity that's in the room. But for me, it's like I'm willing to sacrifice, subs and views and donos and shares to have the right people to be a part of this channel. And, because I would rather have a peaceful environment than just have a bunch of trolls or a bunch of negativity. We already have enough negativity in our own personal lives. The last thing that I want is like, people to come into this stream and then see how negative it is and then like never come back. I would hate that. So bottom of the 6, 1-0 Seattle. Julio 0 for 2. That one almost hit him there off the check swing. Count remains 1-2. But never underestimate the kindness of your heart, and again, you just have to get to a point where you recognize if people are trying to take advantage of you or not. And then you just have to be able to recognize that, draw a line in the sand, and then understand that not everyone is your friend. Not everyone has good intentions. Not everyone is a good person. And sometimes when you're, a trusting person, like a lot of us are, we try to give people the benefit of the doubt. But, after experience and after learning, nice bloop single by Julio, then you start to kind of recognize the signs on someone who actually is a genuine person or someone that says they're genuine when they're goddamn not, Like actions speak louder than words. And sometimes that's a tough lesson to learn. And I think all of us have learned that lesson, unfortunately. Not everyone is your friend. Not everyone really cares about you. Not everyone cares, about your feelings. A lot of ulterior motives for a lot of people, a lot of fakes out there, But that's one thing I'm proud of here. We got a lot of genuine people that literally would give their shirt off their back if they could, if someone was in need. And I'm really proud of that. That's exactly the way that I would want to build this channel, as having the right type of people be here. And if you're not going to be able to follow the guidelines or the chat etiquette, then again, it's not going to be the place for you. If you want to be able to talk shit and be negative, there's millions of channels that you can do that at before you get booted out of that channel. But, people are going to be obviously on a thin rope if they're going to be that type of way. And, luckily we don't have too many of those. Popped up. Should be a routine play here for Kansas City. Renfro, 1 away. Next up, big dumper catcher Cal Raleigh, 0 for 2 with a K. He's been locked and loaded. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes yard here. Let's go, baby. Let's make it 3-0. Let's go, Cal. The most clutch hitter in 2024 for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. The most consistent hitter, Hollywood Josh Rojas. Best pitcher, Logan Gilbert. But the other pitchers are getting closer. .220 average, 10 homers, and 24 ribbies in 2024. Pitches high, out of the zone, 1-1 count. Pitches low and outside. 2-1 count. Since you're in the room, Holly, I'll see if Paisley's awake. She was taking a nap on the couch in the living room, but I'll see if she's awake. Sometimes she'll be really quiet and just like lay by my door if it's closed. If it's like cracked, she'll come in because she'll miss it. She'll miss Dad and whatnot. But I'll see if I can grab Paisley if she's awake before the stream ends. Let me know before you leave. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to be here for the rest of the stream, but just let me know before you leave so that way if I can grab Paisley so that way you can see her. She's happy and she's healthy. Bottom of the sixth, 1-0 Mariners. Runner at first, one away, 3-1 pitch to Cal. Broken bat. Little bloop to Bobby Witt Jr., 2 away. Next up, right fielder, 1 for 2 with a run, RBI and a K. Hit a solo dinger just a few innings ago in the bottom of the fourth. Luke Raley. Bring that electricity, baby. Let's go, Luke. Raley. Throw to first. Easy 1-2-3 inning there for the Royals, and hopefully we'll get some more production here in the last 3 innings. But so far, only 3 hits apiece, but one big one for the Mariners and Luke Raley. Let me go see if Paisley is awake. I think she's going to go get some water, snack. She's in here now. Good girl. All right, we're in the top of the 7th. Logan Gilbert still on the mound, wheeling and dealing. So he's up here for the Kansas City Royals. Top of the 7th, 1-0 Mariners. In the box, Bobby Witt Jr. pitches outside, 1-1 count. This season, he's hitting 300 in 2024. One pitch. Pitch is low into the dirt. 2-1 count. All right, talk soon. Hopefully we end up having the dub by the time you get back. If I don't see you by the time you get back, I'll message you after the stream is over. Appreciate you. Reflect. Top of the 7th, 1-0 Mariners. Bobby Witt Jr. in the box. 2-2 pitch. Chop foul. Go Logan. Crushes it. Foul. Ooh. Line drive. Bounced off the 5th row seat back into play. Top of the 7th, 1-0 Seattle, no outs. 2-2 pitch to Bobby Witt Jr., who's 0 for 2 today. 2-2 pitch. Pitch is high. 3-2 count. Count is full. Paisley's at a good weight. You know, when I was at the X's, you know, at the old location where I used to record, you know, she was definitely overweight and not the healthiest. And so, you know, I definitely wanted to make sure that I dedicated my life to her. And, you know, I knew for my mental health, you know, getting all that extra exercise and appreciating nature. And, you know, I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't appreciate nature unless you know, are someone that, you know, is, you know, prone to adventure, you know, and likes to get out there, you know, or sometimes it's like we used to do the nature thing a long time ago, but then, you know, everyone is kind of, you know, sucked into different things on social media and whatnot. But it's always good to be able to make a little bit of time for yourself to, you know, take a walk and get some fresh air, listen to music, spend time with your pets, you know, other than just being glued, you know, to your phone or your computer or your tablet 24 hours a day. So, but I have like a whole brand new appreciation for nature, birds, squirrels, cats, dogs, you know, going to the park, you know, the smells and the sights. Go to first. Get them. There we go. Almost an error there. 1 away. Bobby Witt Jr. goes into second. Pasquantino grounded out to second. 1 away. Next up, Salvador Perez. But if I didn't have Paisley, you know, who knows where I would be mentally? You know, would I be 270 pounds? Would I be 300 pounds? Well, you know, where would I be mentally? Would I be even here? You know, like, so it's one of those things, you know, if you can have discipline, you know, and you can find certain things to be able to, you know, live for other than yourself, and to be able to be positive about things and knowing when shit goes bad that it's not going to be bad forever. You know, and being able to find positive things in your life that can really, you know, make a difference. But, you know, I even started like shooting hoops at my local park that I used to play at, you know, like 20 years ago. You know, so sometimes I'll bring a backpack and a basketball with me while me and Paisley go on a long walk. And then I'll, you know, have her at the park and I'll, you know, give, you know, 10 or 15 minutes to shoot some threes and shoot some free throws. And it's like very therapeutic. And this park that I go to's got like 30 100-foot trees. And it's like all like, it's almost like a forest. And then there's a park like in the middle of it. And then in the distance, there's like, you know, apartments or like condo homes. And then the other side is a big grassy field, and then they have like a little play area for little kids. Further in the distance, like a swing set and whatnot. But it's like a very spiritual place, especially in the morning when you can see the sun in between the trees and it hits the court. It's beautiful, man, and it brings back a lot of memories that I used to play there for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. It's like, before the internet, a lot of us, 70s and 80s babies, we would stay out, wake up early, meet up with the friends, ride the bike, and, eat breakfast and leave at 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. And maybe we wouldn't be back until 9 p.m. It would be going from park to park, and playing basketball or, throwing the football around or throwing the baseball around. And, I miss those days, and it's just always nice to be able to meet up with friends to throw a baseball around or play catch with a football or something as simple as shooting hoops. It's very therapeutic. Top of the 7th, 1-0 Mariners. We got a mound visit for Logan Gilbert. We got runners at first and second with 1 out. He's starting to slip a little bit with his control. So hopefully we can find a way to get a double play and get out of this inning. Tom Paisley. That's how I lost all my weight. I don't go to the gym. I've never had a gym membership. I don't lift weights. I don't do push-ups or sit-ups. All I do is walk. So me and Paisley do 3 30 to 45-minute walks every day. We do one in the morning, we do one in the afternoon, and then one late at night when no one's out. And that's all I do. And I've lost like 80 to 90 pounds just doing that. But also, I'm not drinking like soda. I'm not drinking beer. I'm not doing booze. And then also, I'm not eating fast food anymore either. So that's a big part of it also, what you're eating. I'm eating like a lot of healthy stuff like steamed vegetables, rice, noodles. I'm not really eating the Burger King and the McDonald's and the Taco Bell and the pizza and all the things that I loved to eat in the past. Like, it's hard, but again, like I said, if you want to be able to make changes in your life, you have to have discipline and you have to stick to your routine. And 1 month turned into 2, 2 months turned into 3, and this is the best that I feel I've looked and felt in since high school times. Like I'm down to the weight that I was in high school. That's just crazy to me. So, and I still got a little ways to go. I could still end up losing another 5 to 10 and get to about like 185. I think that's probably like the perfect weight and stuff. But right now I'm at 190, and that's a hell of a lot better than 270. Pitches outside, 1-2 count. Yeah, but walking does count. Let me tell you, because like I said, I don't run, I don't lift weights, I don't do sit-ups, I don't do pull-ups. It just straight up walking. So it is. And well, here I'm in Oregon, so I'm big swing and a miss, got him, 2 away. Nice job, Logan. But like for us, here in Oregon, we have some of the best scenery in the United States. As far as trees and water, lakes, birds, nature. So it's very easy to kind of get lost, and just, enjoy yourself. And I don't even listen to music on my walks anymore. I like listening to the birds and the nature, and I like listening to Paisley. So me and her will kind of talk to each other and, and just kind of, see what's going on. And I just like to be able to focus on her, even though a lot of people like to do the music while they walk. But in this, weight loss journey, I decided that I wasn't going to listen to music. I would, I usually have music on here in the house all day long. And like with some of my family, they like listening to like old school stuff, like 60s music. So I usually have like 60s music in the house, pretty much all day long. So that will, prevent me from having the earbuds and having to listen to other music and whatnot. Velasquez, back, gone. Oh no, 3-1 Kansas City. Maybe we should have pulled Logan Gilbert. He only needed 1 more out and a huge home run for the Royals. Wow, they might have won the game just based off that one swing right there. My goodness, DH Nelson Velasquez, 3-run jack. Unbelievable. 3-1 Royals. Big comeback for them. Next up, left fielder MJ Melendez. John in the building. What's good? Yeah. Logan Gilbert goes out. Had a great game up to that one pitch and whatnot. So go over his stat line. 6.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 7 Ks. And a lot of that was just within the last 2 minutes. So up to that point, up to that particular inning, he was lights out. But again, sometimes you got to know as a manager when to pull your pitcher, especially if they don't give up a whole lot. And then they got a couple guys on, like at first and second. And if you don't pull him, then something like that sometimes happens. But even if we did pull him, who's to say that the guy that comes in for him doesn't give up that home run also? So that sometimes will happen too. But I think the biggest part of me being able to, lose the weight is not only consistently walking 3 times a day, like even when I ended up having shin splints, in both of my legs, I still would walk Paisley. Like I said, because I know that, if I didn't do it, no one was going to do it in the house. Like, my ex was not going to do it. Her daughter wasn't going to fucking do it. So I feel that, Paisley is my daughter and I don't got any kids of my own. And I'm going to make sure I'm the best dog Faja on planet Earth, top 1%. I'm going to treat her the best. And not only has it improved my mental health, it's improved Paisley's mental health. And she's not as wild as she was, probably due to the lack of getting enough exercise. But she's just been so great. And like I said, she's changed my life forever. Like, I don't know what I would do without her. And it's something that if you can afford to have a cat or a dog, and you can afford to, give in the proper time and energy, definitely get one. But again, if you're not willing to be able to have that commitment for 10, 15, 20 years, then don't get one. Because a lot of people, they go through that honeymoon phase with a kitten or a puppy, and then once it becomes an adult, then they stop caring. And that shit really pulls at my heartstrings when I end up watching videos on the internet of dogs getting abandoned or cats getting abandoned or getting rescued. And, it would always make me kind of tear up back in the day. But now having this relationship with Paisley, it really comes and touches home. Dogs and cats are a godsend. They are such a blessing, and they can really make your life so much better, especially when you feel like your life is in the gutter, like you feel you don't got anybody there, but I know every night, regardless if we have a good night in likes or subs or views or donos, or we have a terrible day, at the end of the day, I know that I got Paisley, and that's what makes me happy. So top of the 7th, 3-1 Royals. 2 outs. Got Thornton on the mound coming in. Check swing. Did he go? Throw to first. There we go. Got him. But the damage is done after that home run. All right, baby. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th. We got 3 innings left to be able to get to 3 and tie this up. Paisley. He said, woof, woof. Yes. All right, let's see who we have up next. All right, take care. Next up for the Mariners in the bottom of the 7th, 1-for-1 with a base on ball, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Haniga. Batting second, 0-for-2 with a K, shortstop, Demo Dylan Moore. And batting third, playing third base tonight, Luis Urias. Let's go Mariners. So far, the Royals are finding a way to be able to catch up. And obviously, we won the first game yesterday, so this would be a little bit of payback for Kansas City. And then we have a game tomorrow at 1 that we will be doing for the stream a little bit early. But again, I don't make the schedules. And usually when you have the 3rd or 4th game in a set, usually it's a rubber match. And that'll be one that's usually, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., noon, or 1. So not ideal time for streaming. But again, I got to be able to grind it out for, being a Mariner streamer and whatnot. So. That sucks for Logan, too. He was having a great night up to that pitch where you guys ended up getting that 3-run jack. But we'll see if we can dig deep here and come back. Let's go, Mitch. All right. Good luck tomorrow. But we'll do a Mariner game tomorrow at 1. We'll do an NHL playoff game probably on Thursday because the Mariners have the day off. And I don't think the Dodgers are playing either. Let's take a look at the schedule on Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Mariners and Orioles. And then I might end up doing 2 streams on Saturday because we got a WWE wrestling pay-per-view at 10 a.m. in Saudi Arabia. And I didn't do the last 2 foreign streams. We had one that was I'm trying to think, where were the other 2 streams at? One was in France, and then the other one was Australia, and then this one I believe is in Saudi Arabia. So. Check swing, 1-1 count. Schreiber to Mitch Haniger. So it looks like it'll be Rangers and Hurricanes at 4 or Oilers and Canucks at 7. So we might end up doing that Oilers and Canucks game at 7. And then I believe on the NBA side, you'll probably have the Nuggets playing the T-Wolves on that particular game also in Game 6. So we'll figure out what we're going to do. We'll either do the basketball matchup with the Nuggets and T-Wolves, but probably do the NHL playoff game instead. Oh, I was going to look at to see on the Mariners. A nice single there by Haniger. Nice job. Let's see if the Dodgers are playing on Thursday. I don't think they are. All right, what do we got? Oh, they are. Reds and Dodgers are playing at 7. So maybe we'll do Dodgers instead of the NHL playoff game. They play at 7:10, and I haven't got to do a Dodger game for my dad all year yet. So Lodolo and Glasnow are going to be on the mound, and that's at 7 o'clock. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do the Dodgers and Reds on Thursday. Or maybe I'll do a poll. Either we'll do basketball, hockey, or baseball. But maybe doing the Dodger game for my dad would be good. And we can get some Dodger fans in here. Maybe get a couple new subs. Pitches outside, 2-0 count. Because every other day off the Mariners have had so far this year, in these first 40-plus games, the Dodgers also have had the day off. This is the first time where the Mariners have a day off on Thursday and the Dodgers are actually playing. So I think I'm leaning towards doing the Dodger game. Do a Dodger game for my dad in honor of my Faja. 3-0 count to Demo. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Dylan. Find a way to tie this game up. Haniger at first. 3-0 count from Schreiber to Demo. Pitch in the zone for a strike. 3-1 count. Come on, Demo. Let's go, Dylan. Uh-oh. Double play. Got 1 and 2. Damn it. Demo grounded out into a double play. Shortstop to second to first. 2 away. That's brutal. Good defense there by Bobby Witt Jr. Next up for the Mariners, third baseman, Luis Urias. 0 for 2. Let's make it 1 for 3. Let's go, Luis. Pitch is high and outside. 1-0 count. Luis has been making some spectacular defensive plays the last few games. Hopefully that will light up here. We need you. 1-0 pitch. Chop towards third base, foul. Schreiber is kind of got a crazy delivery sidearm. And anytime you get someone that has a kind of a, off the wall delivery, not traditional, definitely it's harder to be able to match up against guys where you have a traditional thrower and then someone that throws it sidearm. Sidearm pitchers definitely can get easier out, and it's harder to hit home runs on guys like that too. Popped up a mile, foul. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. Let's take a quick peek at the likes to see how close we are to 30. We got about 30 people watching right now, both on Twitter/X and YouTube. We're at 25. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. 26. We need 4 more people, either from the Twitter/X side to come to YouTube, hit the button, or the people that haven't done it yet, and then we'll be at 30. So 4 likes before the stream ends and 3 more innings. I think we have a good chance of hitting that number. And that'll help out with the analytics and the algorithm. More likes you get, the more recommended your channel will be for other things while people are searching. 3-2 pitch to Luis Urias from Schreiber. Come on, Luis. 3-2 pitch. He's fighting, pop foul. Nice sinker there. Paisley Pup giving me the side eye. She's ready for a walk pretty soon. I remember we used to throw some photos up of Dan back in the day. I miss throwing up the photos. What's your feeling now with the new special teams unit now with Kansas City? Are you a little sad with the transition that things are different now, or are you kind of excited to see what is to come for Kansas City in the future? Got him. Big strikeout there by Schreiber. See if I can find a Quisenberry photo for you. Epic delivery. See if I can find a photo that captures that. Some of them are not letting me format, but hopefully I'll be able to find at least one. This one probably won't fit the screen, but it kind of gives you the idea. You remember. Nice name drop. Oh my goodness, look at that. That almost makes my elbow and arm hurt. I might get Tommy John surgery by just looking at this photo. But, some guys back in the day, they'll have that very unique, distinct delivery. And that's as crazy as it gets right there. Very cool. There's a few others I tried to pull up, but it wouldn't let me format them, though. But I like it too because a lot of his cards that he had for baseball, some of them were like, portrait style where he's just standing there. But he does have some baseball cards with him pitching and you can see the motion. It's so cool. Top of the 8, 3-1 Royals. Trent Thornton on the mound. Hunter Renfroe in the box. One pitch, high. 2-1 count. Come on, Trent. We need you. Pitch is low and outside. 3-1 count. Judah in the building. What's good? Paisley's giving me a woo, woo, woo. She's giving me the noises. Walk for Hunter Renfroe, so I'm going to let her out. Next up for the Kansas City Royals in the 9-hole, center fielder Garrett Hampson. Big win. Big win for your Bruins. Top of the 8th, 3-1 Royals. Bunt attempt. Throw to first. Got him. Good throw. One away. Advances the runner. And if you're just hopping in, it's been pretty low scoring. You know, it was 0-0 for quite a few innings, and there was not a whole lot of hits. It was 3 hits apiece for about half of the game. But Luke Raley homered to right in the bottom of the 4th for the Mariners to have the 1-0 lead. And then just in the top of the 7th, 1 inning ago, Logan Gilbert was getting a little tired, ended up having 2 guys on. And then Velasquez homered to left center, 398 feet. Bobby Witt Jr. and Perez scored, and now we're sitting at a 3-1 score. Top of the 8th, 3-1 Kansas City. Runner at second, 1 away. 0-1 pitch to Michael Garcia. And I ended up getting a chance to watch part 1 of part 2 of MasterChef Junior finale. So I'm always trying to get in as many shows as I can. MasterChef, Next Level Chef, MasterChef Junior, Grey's Anatomy, Station 19, 911, Wicked Tuna, whatever, I need to be able to get in. Nice hit by Michael Garcia. Uh-oh. Big RBI by Michael Garcia. 4-1 Royals. This one might be over for the Mariners since we won yesterday. And then we're going to have to see what we get out of Brian Wu tomorrow. But so far, Kansas City ripping up the Seattle Mariners. Yeah, when the Rockies ended up sweeping the Rangers, that was really shocking. But we'll take it as, Mariner fans. Nice RBI by Michael Garcia. Next up, Bobby Witt Jr. popped up towards the warning track, 2 away. Next up, first baseman Vinny Pasquantino. All right, Kirby Snead coming in, but it seems like the damage has already been done. The Mariner Moose cannot help us get out of this situation today. Hopefully it'll give us a little bit of juju before the game is over. It's okay. We won yesterday, so. Hey, the fact that you're in the building, if the Mariners ended up losing 20-0, I'm okay. Just the simple fact that you thought of me today to come in and say hi and to be able to donate on top of that too, you made my day. So, like I said, we haven't got a chance to talk too much, in the last few months. And, I've always been praying for you, hoping that things get a little bit better. And then I knew that at some point or another that, when the time was right, that you would be back. And I'm glad that today was the day. And hopefully we get a chance to see you a little bit more often if things are, getting a little bit better for you, mentally, physically, and, everything that's going on in your life there. Seattle's beautiful. I don't know. Like for me, I live here in Oregon, right? So if I was going to live anywhere besides where I'm at now, kind of near Nike headquarters and whatnot, but like obviously Eugene, for the Ducks, but Seattle would definitely be probably like the only other place that I could really think of. The scenery is pretty similar. Yeah, it rains a little bit more in Seattle, but every time I go up to Seattle, usually once a year for like a Mariner game, I'll be going up there with my best friend Justin for July 3rd's fireworks show. And so we're going to go up there for a game Normally we go up there for 2 games and get a spendy hotel for our birthdays at the end of April, beginning of May, but my finances haven't really been the same in the last couple years, so I haven't really been able to afford things like that. But so I told him to go take his dad instead. But we are going to be able to go to at least 1 game together, and we're going to go see the Baltimore Orioles and the Seattle Mariners, and it's going to be a fireworks show after that on July 3rd. So definitely excited about that. The July 4th game, I think, starts at 1 and will be over at 4, so that's why they're not doing the fireworks on July 4th. And then if you have plans, it gives you a chance to be able to do something, after that. So, and I imagine Paisley will be a little annoyed with the fireworks, but I'll probably just spend time with her. Nice stolen base by Garcia. Yeah, I got you, bro. Next up, 0 for 3 with a K, Vinny Pasquantino. Throw to second, safe. Yeah, I mean, it goes by so quick. We are just approaching summer, and then once summer, starts, with the weather and everything, and then boom, we're going to be right in the fall and football season. So, best time of the year is in the fall and winter. That's, I like spring and summer weather, but nothing is better than college football and the NFL. So when we have college football and the NFL going, I think that's where a lot of us have the most joy. And then you get Halloween, you get Thanksgiving, you get Christmas, and then you get football, family, food, friends. I mean, it's hard to argue, that spring and summer are cool, right? But I definitely appreciate the fall and winter for what they bring weather-wise as well as sports-wise. Chop foul. Top of the 8th, 4-1 Royals. One-two pitch is inside. 2-2 count. Two pitch. Big swing and a miss. Got him. There we go. All right. Well, we got 2 more chances here in the bottom of the 8th and the bottom of the 9th to get 3 runs. The chance of that happening is probably 1%. Based on the flow of this game and how this game has gone, the Mariners have had a problem hitting. But we're still, first place in the American League West with a 23-19 record. But for Kansas City, they got a better record than us. They're 25-18, but they're in 3rd place. But they are much better than they were just a couple years ago. All right, let's see who is up here for the Mariners, the Miracle Mariners, and see if we have any type of comeback. Going into the game, this was me. Now I'm like this, and then hopefully tomorrow will be like this, but we'll find out. Or maybe even tonight, but I highly doubt it. I mean, we don't have very many hits. We have to get to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits to win, and we're at 1 run, 4 hits. That's not going to get the job done against Kansas City. This is what happens when you play Kansas City and you don't get runs or hits. They give you the boot. All right, let's see who's up here for the Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with a K, left fielder, Sam Haggerty. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K. Second baseman tonight, Josh Hollywood Rojas. Let's go, Hollywood. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a K, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up, baby. We need you. Get your smile back. Get your swagger back, my guy. Let's go. And make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health, like we mentioned a couple times during the stream. It's really hard to stay disciplined. But again, if you feel like you're slipping into the darkness, make those minor adjustments in your life. Cut back on partying a little bit. Eat a little bit better. Cut back on the fast food. Go for a walk. Listen to some music. Hang out with some friends. Go watch a movie. Try to do things that you know that are going to be positive things in your life. And then once you make those adjustments, it'll help you get out of the darkness quicker, and then you can win the day. Bottom of the 8th, 4-1 Royals. Sam Haggerty in the box. 1-0 pitch. Line drive. Pasquantino. What reflexes. One away. Wow. Next up for the Mariners, second baseman, Josh Rojas. .336 average, 3 home runs, and 8 ribbies in 2024. Rojas pops up. Routine play for Kansas City, 2 away. Feels like we're kind of just going through the motions, and I know sometimes we do that in our own personal lives when you kind of just go through the motions either at work or in your personal life. And it's one of those things, and especially in sports, you can kind of feel the body language. Is the team still engaged? Do they still feel they can come back and win? Or are they just going through the motions and they're wondering what they're going to have for dinner, where they're going to go get drinks, what friend they're going to meet up with? And you can kind of tell where the mindset is for certain players in certain sports, matchups. Like this is kind of one of them where we won yesterday, right? But it kind of feels like they're already looking to what's going to happen tonight and maybe looking forward to tomorrow's matchup. Big swing and a miss by Julio, behind in the count 0-2. Come on, J-Rod. Pitch is outside, 1-2 pitch. Yeah, like I said, and even in our younger days, like I know you did like the marathon thing and you used to like jog and run, but as you get older and, you hit 30, 40, and then once you end up getting to a point when you end up hitting 50, but usually it's when you end up getting over 30 years old. And then specifically, I think once you get over 40, your body reacts differently to food, exercise, and it's harder to lose weight and it's a lot easier to gain weight. Like even, I've been on this real, I don't want to say strict diet, but I just chose not to eat fast food and I'm trying to be better as a person and lose the weight and keep it off. But if I have a cheat meal and then I end up eating something and then I'll put myself on the scale to see how much, I've gained, you'd be really shocked when you eat healthy. And then all of a sudden you have like a cheat meal with a friend and you go have pizza or burgers and then you weigh yourself and you're like, damn, I gained 5 pounds off a couple pieces of pizza and a burger. But that's how it is. So, and then ultimately that means, I got to walk a little bit longer to, burn that off. I know I'll burn it off, but it's crazy once your metabolism works so differently as you get older for males and for females. But what I've noticed now is that, depending on what I eat, even if it's like chips, I can only eat so much before the scale will start to go up, and you just definitely have to manage portions. I feel like you can still have cheat meals, but you have to eat just until you're full and not where you can't move. And that's the difference with a lot of people that are like overweight or they have no self-control, is that you get those people that eat. And I used to be one of those people. And then I eat to the point where I can't move, where I'm just like so gassed and full. I'm like, okay. Or you eat till you're full. And then what do? You go back for leftovers like 30 minutes later or an hour later, and then you eat more. And that's how you end up gaining weight. So, and then again, if you end up changing your diet, your stomach will shrink and then you don't have to eat as much. There we go. Julio runs it out at first. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, wrestling, sports, giving yourself something to look forward to. And obviously for me, I sacrificed a lot to get to this point, for my dreams and whatnot. And obviously I could, do phone sales and be making way more money, but I wouldn't be happy. So, again, I'm sacrificing, my finances, for Paisley and for my dream. But again, we already know with cats and dogs, they don't live as long as humans. So I want to make sure that I spend as much possible quality time, with Paisley Pup. And obviously I would rather make less money and do my dream and something that I love and to keep grinding and building my dream rather than not doing my dream and thinking about it all the time and then being at a job where I'm making shitloads of money, but I'm just truly unhappy. Like I said, for years, I would work 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs, 2 jobs in the YouTube channel, to get to this point. But again, as long as I have enough money to pay my bills and to take care of Paisley, that's really all that matters. Now, of course, would it be nice to be able to have some extra spending money? Yeah, but again, it all depends on who's supporting the channel, and some people are only going to be looky-loos. They're never going to support me, so again, and I know that. So you got to work extra hard to find new, sponsors and new subs to the channel that will actually like and sub and share, but then also, donate to not only the channel, but you're pretty much supporting a dream, for me and Paisley. So, and I really do appreciate anyone that has liked or subbed or viewed or shared, but also the biggest compliment is to donate, because that way that when you do that, that's gonna put food in Paisley's bowl. That's gonna being able to pay my internet bill so I can continue to do this stream. So appreciate to everyone that has done something like that for me in the past or currently today. Love you. All right, we're in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. Next up is Ty France as they make a pitching change. We squeeze in some Taylor Swift photos for you now, because as soon as the game ends, I have to take Paisley for like a 45-minute walk, and I haven't had any dinner yet either. So let me try to squeeze in some of these photos for you. Matt is in love. All right, we got a new pitcher in, MacArthur for the Royals. Next up is Ty France. See if France can do anything here for us. Come on, Ty. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, runner at first. I mean, the only way we're going to get back in this game is if Ty France can, get some type of, walk, hit by pitch, or a single, and then Cal Raleigh gets up next and hits a 3-run homer, and then we tie it up 4-4. But that's probably the only way we're going to find a way to come back. Once it goes to the 9th inning, at that point, I'm not going to say the players give up, but it's a lot harder to come back in the 9th inning than any other inning in baseball, especially if you're down by 3 runs at that point. Now, is it possible to still come back, down 3 in the 9th? Of course, but, usually at that point, they're thinking, what's for dinner? I'm hungry. One-two pitch, chop foul. Let's see what we're at on the likes. See how close we are to 30. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We need one more person out of the 30 to smash the like button, and we've hit the goal for the stream. Normally we shoot for 20, but if we have enough people, then 25 or 30. So if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Out of the people watching in the YouTube room, or maybe someone on the Twitter side, can come to the YouTube side, hit the button, and then go back. If you just want to be able to watch from that particular platform. They don't have the ability to like, donate, or comment from the Twitter/X side. You can only do that on the YouTube side. Really, the only thing you can do on the Twitter/X side is just watch. People love to spy on your boy. Bottom of the 8th, 4-1 Royals. Runner at first, 2 away. 3-2 pitch from MacArthur to France. France? Yes! Go, Julio, go! Yeah! Here we go. Call it a comeback, baby. Here we go. 2-out single. I'm talking it into existence. Next up, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And this is the number one guy you would want up to be able to have a swing to try to tie the game up. Would anyone else be able to hit a homer in this position? Yeah, Luke Raley has hit home runs in the back-to-back games, and he's up next. But if Cal Raleigh can do it here, I'm not saying he will, but it's a perfect player to have up in this situation. With Cal Raleigh up, and then next up would be Luke Raley. Both have been pretty hot from the plate as of late. Let's go, dumper. Most clutch hitter in 2024 for the Mariners is big dumper, Cal Raleigh. 0 for 3. Let's make it 1 for 4. Good eye. I mean, unless he ends up going on with a walk, and then we have bases loaded, and then Luke Raley hits a grand salami, and then we end up winning 5-4. Not saying that that's going to happen, but that would be cray-cray. That would be crazy. Bottom of the 8th, 4-1 Royals. Runners at first and third on the corners, 2 outs. Big swing and a miss. He was going for the homer there. 1-1 count. Don't go out of your shoes, Cal. He almost swung himself out of his cleats there. Let's go, Cal. One pitch right down the middle for a strike. Probably should have swung on that one. In the count, 1-2. Crowd is booing, but it was right in the zone. A good call by the ump. But obviously, as a fan, you're not going to see the strike zone. All right, MacArthur. He gave the evil eye right there. It might be over here. See if he ends up smoking Cal Raleigh. 1-2 pitch from MacArthur, and there it is. Got him. I saw the look in his eye. It looked like he was like, "Oh, I'm going to get him," and he did. End of the 8th inning. Royals dodge a bullet, and they're still up 3 runs as we go to the top of the 9th. That was probably our best chance right there. Not sure if we're going to replicate that same scenario here in the 9th. All right, next up for the Kansas City Royals. They're trying to put up a little bit of insurance run-wise. Next up, 1 for 1 with a run and a base on ball. Catcher, Salvador Perez. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a K. Second baseman, Michael Massey. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run, 3 RBIs, and 2 Ks. DHing for Kansas City, the hero, Nelson Velasquez. He hit that 3-run bomb to give them the 4-1 lead. Well, I'm glad that you were thinking of me today, Holly. Not sure, obviously, Royals, Mariners, it wasn't necessarily because of that. Kind of ironic that was the, the stream and whatnot. But glad that you were thinking of me today. Glad that you came in. Glad that you stayed for the whole stream, and appreciate that you even, decided to throw a dono my way. Things have been a little rough. Like I said, some people, will contribute, others won't. And you have to try to find newbies, to make up for some of the others. But I appreciate everything that you have ever done for this channel, and I really appreciate you. And hopefully we see you again soon. Appreciate you. All right, next up for the Royals, 1 for 1 with a run and a base on ball. Catcher, Salvador Perez. It's his nickname. All the players, the coaches, the fans. That's Cal Raleigh's nickname, Big Dumper. got a big bum with the power, right? You know, he's a switch hitter. He's a catcher. He's got home run power. He's a little thick. You know, not everyone looks like a supermodel, right? Not everyone's going to be skinny, right? And he's got a little thickness to him. So, you know, that he, you know, adopted the name Big Dumper, and I kind of like it. And he likes it too. So it's very unique and different. That's great to hear. And if you end up working on any of your artwork pieces, please send it to me. I would love to be able to see anything that you have been working on, you know, in the last, you know, 6 months to a year. You know, I would love to be able to see anything that you've been working on. And if you haven't really been working on too much, I would hope if the arthritis is a little bit better, I would love to be able to see anything new that you end up doing, either, you know, musician-wise or Kansas City Chief-wise or anything artwork-wise. I've always appreciated that side of you. It's definitely a way of self-expression. You know, like we said, some people will express themselves on the microphone, like myself, or someone that sings or raps or whatever, plays an instrument. Other people will express themselves, you know, with the pen and pencil and with the ink. And you're very talented. I always enjoyed seeing your artwork. No, like I said, we haven't really had too much communication. You know, I always tried to catch up and check up on you, you know, a few months back, you know, but I felt that, you know, things were probably pretty rough, you know, so I felt that after, you know, checking up on you, you know, I felt that things were kind of probably in the same boat, and I didn't want to be repetitive, you know, like, how are things going? Oh, still kind of crappy, you know, like, so I figured, you know, when the time was right that you would end up messaging me or you would end up showing up, and, you know, when things would end up getting a little bit better for you. And, but no, I have not seen anything artwork wise from you in probably, you know, 6 months to a year. So 2-1 pitch. Pitch is low and in the zone for a strike. 2-2 count from Bolton in the top of the ninth. One thing is for sure with me that I'm never going to change. You know, regardless if we end up getting a huge sub count and, you know, there's more views and subs and donos or sponsorships or, you know, more success, you know, I'm always going to be, you know, true to myself, and I'm always going to be the same person. I'm always going to care, you know, about other people and their feelings and trying to motivate people. And, you know, I will always try to uplift. So I'll always be an advocate for mental health as well as dogs and cats and what they can do for mental health. Pitch in the zone for a strike. Got him. All right, let's go to the bottom of the ninth. One last opportunity for the Mariners. Yeah, but if you have any of that artwork, you can send it to me on the Twitter or on Instagram. I'd love to see it. It doesn't have to be right now. You know, it can always be, you know, whenever you have some free time. So no pressure. But just having you in the room will affect the channel in a positive way. You know, just like I tell, you know, all the goats and, you know, all the people that have been a positive influence to the channel, the more often that the quality people are here, it makes an impact not only on me, it makes an impact on the channel, as well as attracting new viewers as well. You know, and that's one thing about you. You've always been very well spoken. Conversations have always been very good between you and me, and as well as other people in the room. And when you were going through a tough time and you weren't here, not only did I feel it, but I think a lot of the people felt it in the room too, your absence. And so it's always nice that that you are here now, and hopefully things are better for you than what they were. You know, again, I was in a kind of a rough shape a while back as well, but you know, sometimes you got to make changes, you know, in your life and try to get away from toxic people. Find out what really, you know, makes you tick and what's important to you. And also understanding that not every single person that you interact with face to face or on the internet is going to be real, you know, and sometimes that's a hard lesson to learn, where you care too much about people that don't care about you. And once you realize that, you know, you give, and they take and they take and they take, and then they're not there for you when you're in need,
then you realize that, you care too much about someone that really doesn't care about you. And it's a harsh reality to come to that realization that when you're a caring person and you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but after a while, when you get burnt or when you really are in need and you need help and they're nowhere to be found, then you realize who your real friends are. So kind of a tough realization a lot of us have to go through in life, that not everyone is, as honest or as good of a person that we want them to be. Sometimes we have this idea of people, that they're a certain way in our heads, but in reality, they're not that way. It's like a projection. It's like we project in our minds that they're this type of person, but in reality, they may not be that person that we think they are. So, harsh reality that sometimes we have to go through. Luke Raley, bottom of the ninth, pitches outside, 1-0 count. We got Raley, Haniger, and Moore, unless they end up changing it up here, but I think those will be the last three here. Bottom of the ninth, 4-1, Royals. Pitches low and inside, 1-1 count. Yeah. I kind of had a feeling that might be something that you were going through, maybe my ESP or whatnot. But again, it's like I feel like a lot of genuine, caring people get, misused and abused and mistreated, and it's sad. It's like, people that are kind shouldn't be the ones that, get treated that way. But one thing is for sure, is that you can learn, from the experiences. But if you are kind in nature, you just have to be able to stay that way. You just have to be able to appropriately shift your love and attention to people that matter, and to swap out for those people that aren't, important. Big swing and a miss, one away. Nice pitch there from MacArthur. Raley strikes out swinging. Next up for the Mariners, DHing tonight, Mitch Haniger. And finally, the game where Mitch Haniger has a good game and he's 2 for 2. We only score 1 run. Go figure. Let's go, Mitch. Pitch is high and inside towards his face. 1-0 count. Yeah, Judah has been here for maybe 6 months to a year. But Holly definitely held it down for us, in the last couple of years, prior to the last 6 months to a year. And I wouldn't have been able to go full time 3 years ago without her or with Cyberpunk and a few others. So, definitely a lot of big donos, but a lot of great conversations and support. Haniger crushes it. Back, gone. Are you kidding me? Too bad we didn't have someone on base right there. 4-2 Mariners. Wow. Better late than never. Nice job, Mitch. Okay. Let's go. Exit velo, 103.6 miles an hour. Let's go. Mitch Haniger with a solo dinger in the bottom of the ninth. Who would have thought that? But I guess he was 2 for 2. He said, hey, O-Dog, let's make it 3 for 3. Next up, shortstop, 0 for 3 with a K, Dylan Moore. Let's go, Demo. Takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. Still down 2 runs, though. Still down 2 runs. I mean, the likelihood of us coming back in this game is still like 10%. Probably less than that, probably 5%. But nice to see effort in the bottom of the ninth where most guys are thinking about dinner, where am I going to go get drinks? I need to go to sleep. So at least they're still fighting here in the bottom of the ninth. 0-2 pitch to Dylan Moore. Demo crushes it. Oh, and it just goes foul. Baseball and dog in the building. 2 things that he cares about. Baseball and dog. 0-2 pitch to Dylan Moore. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. 1-2 count. Absolutely. And vice versa. They can present themselves differently on social media than in person. And also they can act a certain way in person and totally different on social media. So I think that, sometimes, giving attention to people that don't care, it's almost like psychologically, like also like in relationships where we hear about girls and guys getting treated badly and then like accepting that behavior as like normal behavior, and then you end up finding a nice girl or a nice guy, like sometimes I feel like nice people get taken for granted, until, like I said, we always get into these like different types of relationships, personal relationships as well, and sometimes people, get sucked into this idea that getting mistreated is okay in a relationship, and it's fucking not, but sometimes people get used to it, to bad behavior. I think it's like the norm, but it really isn't. Pitch is outside. Did he go? Got him. 2 away. Holly was one of those big contributors like Cyberpunk, $100 donos, $200 donos, $500 donos. And if we didn't have, Holly and Cyberpunk, even just those two, doing what they did in the last couple of years, there's no way I would have been able to go full time. So thank you, for believing in me, and thank you for supporting me, the way that you did in those years, because again, it definitely took the trajectory of the channel in another direction. And even though things have been kind of a struggle within the last year, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep grinding. And again, we'll find, others to hopefully, fill the little holes for the donos. And in the future, when things get better, we might end up getting big dono days again in the future. Bottom of the 9th, 4-2 Royals. Nobody on, 2 outs. MacArthur on the mound. Luis Urias in the box. Pitches outside, 2-2 count. Two pitch. And Urias popped up, and that is the game. GG, Holly. GG, Royals fans. We did win yesterday, first game in the series, so you guys got payback on us tonight. Final score, Kansas City Royals 4, Seattle Mariners 2. Great to have you in the room, Holly, and let alone to be able to come in and support dono-wise and staying for the whole stream. I never could have predicted in a million years that was going to happen tonight. So you definitely made my day and my week. I love you. I will always love you. I appreciate you for who you are. Not the Holly Hundo, but the Holly Winchell. I can't wait to be able to see you come back more on a regular basis when you feel okay to do so. I hope your mental health gets better, and I will always support you in anything that you do. Again, we will be back live tomorrow. It's an early stream tomorrow. It's the last game in the set, so it's a rubber match, which means it's early. So we'll be streaming tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, so it'll be a little early. Anyone that can end up making it, please do. And shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Shout out to Holly, Matt, Judah, Baseball and Dog, and everyone else. I love you guys. And I got one question for you. Who you know talks sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Okay.